What's going on, paisanos? Today I have a One Piece Marketwatch. Now, in this Marketwatch, I want to go over some cards I think that's going to be going up and down in value within the One Piece trading card game. As we've seen the past week, the prices have been all over the place. And number one reason is because of the sealed product. Is there enough sealed product to go around? And if there is, well, product gets open, people sell online, the price goes down. Is there not enough sealed product? Well, there's not enough, the product gets suffocated, and the prices go up. So I'm going to ask you this question in my video. Do you think that there's not enough sealed product to go around? And does your store have any One Piece sealed product? I'll tell you right now, my stores near me, they all have One Piece sealed product. They also get more. But I've heard horror stories from other stores that I can't get any. So please let me know in the comment section down below. What do you think? Do you think there's availability? Is there or isn't there? Now, I'm going to go on the worst case scenario in this video. I'm going to go in the case that there's not enough One Piece to go around, trading cards to go around, and the prices of these cards are going to be going up. But we're going to evaluate them, and is it really worth buying some of these cards? Because some of these cards is not worth it, to be honest with you. And while you're down there commenting, make sure to hit the subscribe button to the channel. It's a new channel, and I would love if you subscribe and check out my other videos. I have a lot of decks. I have all the decks in the game, and I'm going to be doing deck profiles. I'm going to be doing tournament reports, and I would greatly appreciate that subscribe button. Looking over right out the gate, the Monkey D Luffy Super Pre-Release Winner card. Now, this promo card spiked up in value, and you can see over here, it really went up crazy high. The value of the card is roughly around $825. After 2 sales is $900. After that, it goes to $1,000. Then it starts hitting roughly around $1,300, then $2,000. But is it worth it? Well, to be honest with you, no. Now, here's why. Let me give you my reasoning. Because I think that this card is a really cool-looking card. Everybody would ideally want one. But the problem is this card's only valuable to collectors. It's not valuable because it sees any kind of competitive meta play. It really doesn't. Down to his character gains Rush. Alright, for a 6 on 7, it doesn't make any sense. And I think that a lot of players that got this, more likely are going to get this grade and keep it for their collection, which is fine, but since the game is relatively new, you're not going to see any immediate value. Now, could it have long-term value? I don't know. I'll be honest with you. I have zero idea. But I don't think this card's worth buying. It's definitely not worth $800 to me right now. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if we see the value go down before it stabilizes yet again and starts moving up, as players start using this card to sell as leverage to go ahead and buy into other sets, like, you know, upcoming One Piece product. Then we have Shanks. I want this so badly. But here's the thing about this. Everyone wants this Shanks card, and that's why it had value. It actually went, let me see if I can see the 1 month chart. It actually went as low as like 550, I believe. You see over here being roughly around 600. But now it's roughly around $650 for this Shanks card. Now, if you're looking to play Red Zoro, you probably want to play 1, at the most 2 Shanks. The thing is, if you're going to play Red Zoro, you're mostly playing a rush deck, a very aggressive deck. So seeing a 9 on a Zoro deck, can it happen? Sure. But is it worth it playing Shanks? And if you open his card, how do you feel? Like, it's a bit of a mix of emotions. I will say, I think it won't be shocking to see almost every Zoro deck play at least 1 Shanks. The problem with the Shanks card is it almost falls into the same category as the Monkey D Luffy promo card. And the reason why is because, well, listen, this card's good right now, and I think Shanks will see play, unlike the Monkey D Luffy card. But with the next set coming out, Shanks sees 0 play. 0 play. Meaning, this gets taken a back seat and becomes a collectible card. So once again, do you want to drop $650 on a card that is going to be not valuable, well, not played, I should say, coming this March? Because that's what's going to happen. We're going to be getting a new card that is going to replace Shanks. A 4 of card in most decks, Whitebeard. So yes, I think Shanks is a great card, and it'd be great if I had one. I know you'd probably be great if you would have one of these cards. But if you was to buy this right now, it wouldn't make much sense. You would be able to flex for a very short amount of time before throwing this in your binder, and more than likely probably getting this graded and throwing it to the side. Nami. Now, the cool thing about One Piece that I really like is that, you know, Bandai likes to make reprints of cards that are really popular. Nami's probably the most popular card out of Romance Dawn, arguably besides Shanks. The current value of Nami right now, by the way, she was as low as $130. Right now, Nami's going for $195. Arguably $200, we'll say, to be lazy. And you're going to need 4 of this card, so very expensive. Arguably more expensive than Shanks if you're buying your playset. Here's the thing, though. This is going to get a reprint come mid-next year, which is alright. It's anime art. if you was to buy the One Piece binders. It already has a short, regular printing, which is like $1. So if you want this Nami, you're probably going to be looking to get a max rarity Zoro deck. And I don't blame you. Zoro's going to be really good in the next set. I mean, I think Zoro is going to give you, like, if you could buy a deck that have, like, good value just for the foreseeable future, I think one of the decks we could talk about is definitely going to be Zoro. Now, obviously, Nami's that card you're going to need. So what am I going to say? It's going to go up in value, obviously. I think this card, depending if we have a lot of available product to be open this weekend, might go down a little bit before Monday, Tuesday, you see it start spiking up again. We saw it last week, we saw it the week before, and more than likely we'll see it in subsequent weeks. How high can Nami go? Well, that's the question. How much people will pay for her? Like I said, it's an absolutely gorgeous looking card. Obviously, a lot of players looking to play red is going to want this card. I mean, I like to get max rarity decks, and I don't know any of these cards because they're so expensive. Comment down below. Do you have yours, and are you selling yours, or are you looking to play regular Namis? Are you looking to get the manga Namis come middle of next year? I mean, there's a lot of choices here. Up next, we have the Roronoa Zoro. Well, the character card, no, the leader card. Sorry, the leader card Roronoa Zoro. This card's absolutely gorgeous. The current value of this card is roughly around $103. If you was to buy a box roughly near MSRP, pulling this card itself would definitely pay for the entire box. Now, Roronoa Zoro is a great card. It's a great leader card. And once again, like I said, it's going to definitely have good value. So obviously, if you have this, you're going to get good gas mileage for at least the next minimum, what, 5-6 months? Which is crazy for a leader card. A leader cards can't have that value. We'll talk about that in a second. But I think this is a great card. I still think this card's going to go higher in value. Everyone wants to play Zoro. It's a quick rush to your face, kill you deck. And it only gets better with the next set. So I definitely recommend if you can get a leader card and you can get the best one, why would you not want to? Now, let's look at Roronoa Zoro parallel. Now, the parallel price, if you can see over here, at one point, it was spiking a crazy high in value, and then it stopped. And then started stabilizing. I would argue even started to slowly go down. The current value is roughly around $90. Had to go higher? Maybe. But more than likely it won't, as Roronoa Zoro, this version of this card, actually is going to be coming out as a prize card for a lot of players playing this game. So if you can compete in bigger events, if you can get the better prize card, obviously it's going to be more rare, which will drive the price of the parallel we're looking at right now down. And I do think this price will be going down. It's not a bad looking card. The card looks absolutely gorgeous. But is it worth buying this card for $90, almost $100? And you need 4 of these, by the way, if you're playing Zoro. Zoro, you need 4. You need 4 for Law. Like, you need 4 of these no matter what. So what are you going to do? Are you going to buy this or not? Me, personally, I'm not buying the Zoro. It looks really cool. I'm going to wait for the most expensive version. And that's the person I'm going to be getting, by the way. Boa Hancock Parallel. All right. So the current value of this card, I only go by confirmed TCG players, so it's roughly around $100, we'll say, for Boa Hancock. Now the card has a weird history of going like spiking up, and you can see over here it had a quick spike over here, went down a little bit, very short spike, went down a little bit, crazy high spike, and now kind of stabilizing. And I think the reason why this card's worth so much money is because everyone's looking at Don Quixote, Doflamingo Don Quixote, and when the game first came out, they were like, this card's not good, no one's going to play blue, blue's a really crap shot, it's tier 2, and now we're starting to see Don Quixote actually just start smoking people. Shocker. I think Doflamingo is really good, but more importantly, I think blue is really good. In the next set, blue continues, by the way, with new support, which I think Crocodile becomes a new big blue leader, pure blue Crocodile, not the hybrid version. And looking at Boa Hancock, you more than likely are still going to need this card in your blue deck. So yeah, it's not confusing to me why this isn't going up higher in value. Unlike Roronoa Zoro, which has a higher version, this is the highest version of Boa Hancock you need, and more than likely people are going to want to buy this card. Now, how high can this go? I don't know, but it's definitely still rising. Then we have the character card Law. Now, the hybrid color cards aren't that good. You got Blurple Kaido, which is not bad, but I think regular Kaido is better. And looking at tournament results, I think we can agree that regular Kaido is doing more things than Blurple Kaido in the TCG. In the OCG, we saw some Blurple Kaido, but once again, not as much as even regular Purple Kaido. So why not play what works? Looking at Law, though, this is probably the only hybrid color that actually is good. Probably, I would argue the only hybrid color that actually is good moving forward into this game in the near future, that we can guarantee, point that and go, this is still a good card. It runs both green and both red, and it makes this card really good because it runs some of the best cards in the game. Looking at the current value of this, it's roughly around $91. I mean, this card spiked insanely high in value, and more than likely will continue to increase if this deck is popular. Now, I personally think the really good players will more than likely be playing Law. Does that mean Law's going to be the best deck in the game? I don't think so. It'll still top, and it'll definitely earn its value showing in tops, but is it worth $91? Comment down below. Let me know what you think about that. I think Yamato's garbage right now. But with that said, Yamato gets really good in the future. And this is one of those very few times in One Piece card game, right out the gate, that I'm going to point out a card and say, this card's crap right now, but nobody's looking at it, and this card can be good in the future. With that said, I think Yamato will see a future play, as it's right now seeing no play. It's hanging on a lot of binders, so it's great trade bait. The value in the market is showing it going down in value. I mean, look at it 1 month, look at that, 130, all the way down to where it is right now, being $80. I think Yamato's a great card to pick up. I think this card will see play and will rise in value. But until that happens, by the way, we have a long time. We have like until early February to even consider picking this card up, so don't buy it now. But we have a lot of time to like get this card. I do think this card is a card you're going to want to grab, but just not yet. And it is going down and more in value. Don Quixote Doflamingo. I'm insanely biased. I'm not sure if you know this or not, but I'm a big fan of Don Quixote Doflamingo. And the value of this leader actually started really rising up crazy high and has since stabilized, being roughly around $60. For now, because if you look at it, it's at 65, then it's 70, and then you blink, it's hitting $80 for Doflamingo, almost near 90. And there's a lot of, once again, let me look at the listings. You can look at listings, a lot of one-ups on this side chart. Before we get to the first place of this card, it's handing at $90 for Doflamingo. Can it get to $90? I think it can. Now, I think blue is really good and was super underestimated on the debut of this game. And I think a lot of players are slowly starting to gravitate towards blue. And I don't blame them, because we see blue Doflamingo right now. If you look at OCG, they have blue Crocodile, which with the new sets gets more support, which makes Crocodile infinitely better. So whatever you buy blue-wise, if you buy your Max Rarity Blue deck, if you are looking for Max Rarity Blue cards, you're going to get good value. Now, does Doflamingo translate over to the next set that well? Yes and no. It does see play, and it's still going to top in the next set release, so you're still going to get value from it, but I think Crocodile also will have equal amount, where right now, if you play Crocodile, you're just playing a crappier version of Doflamingo. I think Doflamingo is a great card. I do think this card is a card a lot of players are going to want to slowly pick up, and I almost am positive the value of this card is going to increase. Sanji, this card spiked insanely high, at one point hitting $50. It's calmed back down to roughly around $40. Sanji's still a great card, and obviously if you're running red, you want this version of Sanji. This is the one you play. You can have the regular Sanji, but if you want the high rarity, you're going to pay more for it. And you can see the market, the market just showing it spiking high value. It just calmed down for now, but will it calm down moving forward? I don't know. This is the most undervalued card in the entire set of Romance Dawn. If I had to point out one card, and you said, Don, what card is the most undervalued card? It's Kaido, the parallel Kaido. Now, you really need 2 of these. I would argue it's best to get 4, because trade bait, and you never know, you might see yourself playing multiple copies of these, more than 2, but most decks are playing 2 Kaido. Now, Kaido right now, value is roughly around $40 a copy. After this video, I'm going to go ahead and buy 2 of these for myself, just throwing it out there, being blunt with you guys, letting you know what I'm doing, because that's how confident I am that this card's going to be rising in value. Kaido is probably the best card, and probably doesn't have a lot of good like parallels that it used. If you want to use the ultimate, the Kaido leader from the pre-release, you can. It has a different artwork. I think the Kaido that we got now is better, but it's up to you. But this is the Kaido you're going to want to grab. This Kaido is the Kaido nobody's looking at right now. And if you want the regular version, so this is 40. And if you want the regular version of the 10-drop Kaido, the regular version of that card is roughly around $5 to $6. So you can sell your 2 copies and start getting the $40 one. It's up to you, whatever you want to do. I'm just throwing it out there. I'm definitely getting this Kaido 10 drop. This card's insane. There's no card like it in the game. And the minute you hit 10 Don, this is a card you're dropping to clear your opponent's board. Now, obviously, certain decks can have, can have a bit of advantage, so you want to be careful. If you're playing against like a red deck, specifically a red deck, they can rush you and kill you quickly. They can easily kill. I mean, if you're playing against any kind of red deck and they have a decent amount of cards in their hand, dropping this card is a super huge risk because yeah, you'll clear the board, but as you clear the board, they can drop some rush cards and just snipe you and run you down. So be very careful when playing your Kaido against red. Any other color, specifically green, this is the card you're going to want to drop on your opponent. So I think this Kaido is the best card to get right now. Once again, like I said, after this video, I'm buying 2. And comment down below, do you have this card? Another card is King. Now, King went up in value Look at the past month, but it's pretty much stable. Kings right now currently 28 to 30. This more likely will be increasing in value as well. I personally like the other artwork of King, but if you're going for the highest rarity, you're going to want to grab this one. And you only need really 2 of the Kings. I saw an OCG build that ran 4. It's up to you. I think 2 is more than enough for King. The card looks not bad. I just think the other version looks a lot cooler. Comment down below and let me know which one you think. But once again, I do think this will go up in value as well. Then we have Oden. Now, Oden's shotgun up in value. We'll go to a 1 month chart. I mean, look at it. It really from 22 all the way up to $51 for Oden. It's currently stabilized right now. And the reason why is because I think people are seeing Oden decklist from the OCG. And they're like, oh, Oden's good right now. When in reality, it is. But it's only good because of support of the new set. And I don't think Oden's worth being this expensive. I think, in fact, I'm not going to lie to you. I'm almost positive this Oden is going to be going down in value. We have a better green leader coming out soon anyway, so it makes no sense to actually get Oden at the moment. Once Oden goes down in value, I'll probably make a video talking about how I'm buying this Oden for my collection. But yeah, I don't think it's worth buying at all right now. We have Blurple Kaido. I mean, it fell. It fell. It had a little chip. It's $32. The price pretty much has been stable though. I mean, look at the 1 month chart. It's pretty much like it goes from like 34 to 32. Once again, it's no big deal buying Blurple Kaido. It's up to you if you want to do that. I don't blame you. It's a fun deck. It's the second best hybrid colored deck. I think Law's better by far. But Blurple Kaido, I think, is still good, and it's still going to make a lot of players get a lot of wins. So definitely a good deck to consider. Is it worth $34? Absolutely. Regular Roronoa Zoro has been going all over the place. The current value of this card is roughly around $25 right now, and I do think it's worth every single penny. I think if we don't get enough One Piece product out, by the time we hit February, this card will hit $50, minimal. But if there's a ton of One Piece product out there, this card will be going down because it's not a hard card to pull. It's only a hard card to pull if there's not enough product to pull it from. So I think that's the case with Roronoa Zoro. Then we have Perona. I'm not gonna lie to you, I bought 4 of these. I love the way this card looks. I'm a big fan of blue. I bought it at 10s. The value of the card right now is roughly around $15, and I wouldn't be surprised if this card goes even higher. As far as box topper goes, this is the most expensive one, and I'm telling you right now, if there's not enough One Piece product to go around, there's not enough Peronas to go around. So you do whatever you want to do with that information. I bought 4 of these. Comment down below. Do you have this? If you do, you're feeling pretty good. One thing I would say also, I think it was really, I highly recommend people should buy, is the One Piece alternate art Don cards. Every set will have a Don card of that set, so if you buy a box, you're going to pull a One Piece Don card. This one off the gate is Luffy. So the main characters in the first set of One Piece as a Don card. I think the next one we're getting is going to be Shanks, which is really, really cool. Hopefully we see some other cool Don cards. I would love one of Zoro. Like, I'm not sure if you guys watch the show, but that scene where Zoro, where like he absorbs all the damage Luffy took, and he's just there all fucked up, and he's just sitting there bloody but being a beast because it's Zoro. That'd be really, really cool. They made that Don card. But the next one's definitely going to be Shanks, which is like, all right, I'll take that one as well. Nevertheless, Luffy Don card is obviously going to be the most wanted Don card moving forward in this game. So much so, I wouldn't be surprised if Bandai makes more of these. With that said, the King of Pirates Luffy Don card is going to be insanely hard to find. Now, I went and bought 10 of these at $6. The price has since then doubled. And that was only about, what? I'm going to say last week I bought my 10. Did you buy any? Dead serious. Even at $12 for this Don card, it's kind of worth it. I do think a lot of players that are looking to play One Piece are definitely going to want to play the main character as their Don card. And who knows? Maybe we'll have a Shanks deck and you can play the Shanks Don, a Shanks leader. Maybe we'll have a Zoro, a Don for the Zoro leader. It'd be really cool if we got more Dons for the leaders. But this is something I think that's really cool, really unique, really hard to get. It's guaranteed 1 per box, and if there's not many boxes, that means there's not many you're going to be getting available on the market. And we look over here in the market, well, I mean, you got some 7s, but I mean, that guy's a new seller. This guy's 3, 4, 22 at $16. And once again, the starting price is roughly around $12 currently right now. I think everyone should have get 10 of these. If I had one piece of advice for everybody to watch my video, it would be buy the cards regular rarity. It's no big deal. The lowest rarity possible because the game just came out. And whatever cards you want for whatever deck you want, then go buy the Don cards, and then start looking to get parallel leaders. That's what I would recommend. We also have another box topper I want to talk about, is Alvida. Once again, blue is going to be really good moving forward. I think a lot of players are already gearing themselves up for blue. Another box topper you want to get is Alvida. The current value of this card is $12. Once again, A lot of ones. There's a 7 over here being roughly around 15 bucks. I think Alvita is a great box harbor to pick up as well. Highly undervalued, great artwork, and yet it's another. This one and Perona, and they're both blue by the way, are the best box toppers in Romance Dawn. There's the Nico Manmusha. I know I'm butchering that name. That one's roughly around 7. That one's not bad as well. If you're running green, I would recommend grab that one because that one does see play. But definitely if you're looking to play blue, these are box toppers you want to get before you even look to get any parallel cards. So that's the market watch. Once again, I really appreciate you guys watching my videos. I'll probably do more market watches, like maybe like once a week, a couple times a week. Comment down below. Let me know how much you like these videos. I have about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. About 5 One Piece decks in front of me. I'm going to be playing a locals. I'm going to have some videos coming out on this channel. I recommend you guys hit that subscribe button. I'd greatly appreciate it. And a notification bell whenever I do go live on this channel, whenever that's available to me. Guys, I really appreciate you guys watching my videos. They're done. You guys have a great day.